Was there anything in particular this summer that you look to improve on from last season?
Yeah, of course. I feel like we can always improve on our defense, or we really establish ourselves on our defensive side and rebounding, getting out and run, and just making more shots. I feel like we can do that more. We know what it takes to go make it to the Big East, and we can always enhance those.
Is there a different feel with the different players who have come in and out? Is there a different feel to this year's team?
Yeah, of course. We have a lot of young players. We have a lot of young legs, and I feel like they're going to help us go out, run, and just play our game.
How do you practice your shooting? What does your routine look like?
Well, I practice with Coach Kelly. Coach Kelly, the best shooter that I've known. So we will make 100 threes every day and just working on our quick releases and coming off of staggers, game speed, and just getting a bunch of shots up every day.
You coming out here talking to us at least reveals to me they expect you to be more of a leader this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you embracing that? Are you embracing that task, and how so?
For sure. I've been here for 2 years. Gonna be my third year. I had Grace that I looked up to, just looking at that and following in her footsteps. I'm very excited and taking the leadership role. I have Kelsey. She's been my little mentor. So I've been taking it in, learning a lot through Kelsey and Grace.
What have you learned from Kelsey in terms of maybe motivating people, dealing with varied people? What have you learned?
Always going hard, even though it's practice, you always go game speed no matter what. Everything counts because we know what it takes. Know what it takes to make it to the Big East tournament. So being a hard player, never taking anything off, and using your voice and leading by example.
Does her defense make you better?
For sure. She will lock me up during practice, but that's just going to make me better, make me a better shooter, make me a better player, just finding out like some extra moves that I know I can do in the game.
You mentioned how you guys know what it's like to make it to the Big East tournament, not just that, make it all the way to the final. When you kind of go into the offseason, kind of take everything in and all that you guys accomplished, what was like the biggest lesson for you personally that you learned kind of going through that, being in that, elimination game style play?
I would say having stamina. Just when other teams they're gonna eventually get tired, we have to push through and just wait till the moment that they're gonna break and then keep on pushing.
And how important was it for you guys that, despite, obviously a rough start to the year, losing Tasha Butts, but then Darnell taking over, you guys really leaned on each other and it was very evident on the court. How special was that to kind of bond together despite tragedy, and how do you hope that bond, despite losing some players, will continue this season?
It definitely brought us closer, and we know that there may be a lot of new faces, but Coach Haney did an amazing job bringing in people that align with our values, and because of those values, we're going to be able to lean on each other and keep pushing through our season and get a great start.
What is it about Coach Haney that really, he allowed, like, the outside dogs mentality, all that? He kind of, as soon as he took over, he established who he was, and you guys kind of all fell in line. What is it about him that makes you want to just play for him?
I would say his honesty. He's very honest. He will never lie to your face. He knows what he wants, how he wants it, and just giving us free range of being just players and playing free. We can make a mistake, but always get it back, and just being honest with us. Yeah.
Can you handle his sense of humor now?
For sure. I love his sense of humor.
He talks about roles a lot. You were his shooter, and I know it sometimes last year there'd be open shots. You might pass one up and be, Vic, you got to shoot. When did you kind of get that idea in your head? Hey, if I'm open, this is my job. It's not going to get. I'm not going to get the yank. I got to shoot it if I'm open.
I would say the Xavier game where I had like 6-7 threes, and he told me to just go out there and be the shooter that he knows that I can be. And once I put that, engraved that in my head, I was just like, okay, I'm here to be a shooter. I want to do this. I want to do this for my team so we can win. And I feel like ever since then, I've just embraced it.
Do you have any questions?